Hey everybody. So I decided I was going to go ahead and pull some cards on the general energy that we're going to be dealing with over the next couple of weeks. And this is a reading for the collective. This is sort of about the how Mercury going retrograde is going to be affecting people. So the first thing I've got is a card. Hold on just a moment, please. Okay, that's what I need. All right, I've got this card. Sorry, new camera kids. It's mana feasting. And what this is it's a gift from the gods. It's basically feasting on mana, or in another way, manifesting. So we're all in a position right now of being able to do some manifesting. The problem that we've got is that we're Mercury is in Pisces, it's retrograde in Pisces, and Pisces deals with emotions. And the problem is that we have this card. Yep, there we go, fictitious feelings. And what it is it's like there's really no such thing as a fake emotion. However, our emotions may be scrambled. We may be feeling a lot of confusion around our emotions currently. Um, Maybe much more emotional than normal. You may find yourself being very, very prickly or unable to sort of keep it together emotionally. It's a time with a lot of irritation. So the problem that we've got is that this is what is being manifested currently is this just prickly kind of difficult energy. Um, the thing that's at the base of the issue, it's in its reverse position, but let me see if I can figure out where it goes. There we go. Just one more. This one deals with um, addictive behaviors, but it's in its downward position or um, reverse position. And to me, it's like that's actually good because that's an indication that a lot of the more addictive cycles that we've been in emotionally may be clearing off to a degree. But again, um, right now is a time where making hasty decisions is perhaps not in your best interest. Okay, this will be over with on March 18th. So we've got a little while, about a month. Um, it's interesting. We have, okay, this here critter, sorry, sooner or later I'm going to figure out where the heck the camera is. Um, this one is upload. And upload deals with getting in touch with the spiritual or the divine. It's talking a lot about using prayer power or the power of positive affirmations, um, things like that. And I think this is the state that we've been in at the beginning of the year, kind of starting off with this whole brand new, like, it's a new year, it's a new life. We had a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on um, astrologically and stuff at that point. But I think people were very much into the getting very in touch with their spiritual side. And the highest ideal that we've got right here is this card. It's so backwards. Build a better Buddha. And this deals a lot with improving your connections with the spiritual, with the divine, with God, with the universe. Um, it kind of deals with asking yourself what you're bringing to things. The God or the universe wants to take care of us, it wants to manifest the things that we desire. Um, but the problem is if we're not aware of what it is we want to have come through, if we're unclear, then it's much more difficult to manifest things. So this is sort of a sign between these two to me, that there's a need to try to get clear with yourself, try to understand what you really need, what you really desire. Um, with things very spiky emotionally, it may be that it will, some of the irritation may actually clue you in on the things that you're needing to change. If you're feeling dissatisfaction currently in your journey, it may allow you to um, become aware of what directions you're needing to take. So, though this is a tumultuous kind of time, it's also one where you kind of follow the signpost to a degree. Again, no drastic changes right now, but just some thought, consideration of what it is that you're really needing to manifest in order to allow your life to take on the turns that you want. Um, the next card that we've got, and this is what's coming in, and it's heartbreak. Okay. And what this is it's the a need to kind of put on the brakes of your heart right now. Put on the brakes of, again, the emotions to as much of a degree as you can. I mean, I realize that, emotions are going to be emotions, but this is just saying, you know, don't don't get ridden by your emotions. Allow yourself to step back and use logic right now, as opposed to going with your heart. Your heart may not be completely on the up and up in the moment. Okay. Um, Another thing that's going on is that we've got this card in the spotlight, and that's a very exposed feeling card. It's a lot about feeling almost ridiculed, or no, I don't know if ridiculed's the right word. Um, just like I said, feeling exposed, feeling vulnerable, feeling somewhat endangered, like everybody knows what's happening, even if that's just up in the head. It still feels very vulnerable, and so that makes it very difficult to feel like it's okay to do much of anything. Um, the next card we have is, whoops, there we go, ignoring you. So you may be at a point where you are potentially ignoring the people around you. You may be pulling away from the people around you right now. You may be feeling so vulnerable from this spotlight thing that you're really not willing to take the chances. Um, Again, because we're in the Mercury retrograde, I would tell you to, rather than withdraw, to actually seek out companionship, to kind of validate what's going on for yourself. Find out that maybe things aren't as creepy or bad as they feel, with the in the spotlight thing. Um, One other thing is that irritation, at least for this girl, brings on boredom. And this card is the chairman of the board. And it's almost like I feel like that there's this sort of a stagnation that's laying over things right now. And so again, you've got this irritation, you have this need to move or to make things happen, or to break the stalemate that's going on. And I find for myself that boredom can cause irritation, or irritation in me can cause boredom. And this is sort of where I think the general energy is going to be sitting, where people are going to be feeling like just antsy. They want to be able to do, they want to be able to move forward. Okay. Um, the nice thing is that this card right here, oh dear. It's water. It's hard to tell that it says water, but it's water. And that symbolizes the flow of emotions. It symbolizes the unconscious or the unseen. Um, sort of again, this is a gentle flow of things sort of moving through. You know, I think one of the best things I could suggest with this reading is to, as much as possible for over the next month, try to step back a little bit and attempt to do life from the standpoint of the observer. I mean, I know we get caught up in things, but if you can kind of step back from everything and just watch as if you're watching a play, um, it may help to give you some clarity. It may help, eventually the emotions are going to get right. And again, right now is not a great time for making any major decisions, especially emotional ones. Um, the flow is going to come upright, I mean, come back to not upright, but it's going to come back to where, the flow of emotions becomes much more natural and things like that. But you might also want to pay attention to dreams, to signs and omens. Just sort of see if there's messages coming in from the outside. Because again, this deals a lot with the unseen or the hidden aspects of things. It deals again with a lot of things in the subconscious. This kind of comes back to the feeling of these little irritations and things that are just ugh, just bugging. So I'm going to pull a couple of few clarifiers on this reading, and we'll just sort of see what the outcome of all of this may be. Because again, the things that are going on, if we react in the way that we naturally want to react, it may not be in our best interest. Okay, let me just pull a couple of few clarifiers here. Okay, this is Ludas, and Ludas is the beginnings of um, a potential relationship. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that we're all going to go into new relationships, but coming out of this, it may be a refreshing of an old relationship, of kind of going back to that first awe and wonder that you had when you first met this person. You know, if you can kind of get yourself in a state of an appreciation of the person that you're with, it's there is a really good potential coming out of this of kind of a new beginning or a new start in that relationship. Of course, for singles, there is a chance of starting into a potential new relationship. This card, where am I? Here we go. This card is in formation. And the information card indicates that there is stuff that will be coming in. There is information that will be incoming. And this information will allow you to begin projects, begin uh, new things that are going on. Hence the in formation, because it's like you're going to be forming new things. You're going to be working towards new goals and new achievements. Ooh, the next card is Love Stain. Um, for me in this reading, I would say that one of the things that you may carry forward is some baggage from previous relationships, whether that is lover relationships, friendships, families, things like that. So, again, there's just sort of a need to kind of get clear with yourself up here. I think the more clarity you can attempt to achieve in this area, the better you'll be able to deal with any issues that come up in relationships, in families, that kind of stuff. Because if you can dispose of some of this baggage during this time, then it allows you to move forward with some clarity. Okay, this card, if you've got if you've got your health, you've got everything basically. Um, this is an indication that there is a potential you may be allowing yourself to get overstressed right now. It's a caution to be aware of your health, to make sure you're getting enough rest, to make sure that you're actually taking care of yourself. It's very easy when things are chaotic to kind of put your needs, your body's needs on the back burner. And this is a caution against doing that. You need to make sure that you stay in good shape because it's like otherwise, this energy can drag you down. So, you know, make sure you get rest. Go out and play some, you know? I mean, it's just sort of what you need to do. Okay. Yeah, this is another indication of a potential energy leak. It's coffee is my only friend. And that's sort of like, again, ties in with this. It's like really, really having to push yourself, utilizing more energy than what you actually have on store. This is like having to depend on energy drinks, on coffee, on loads of black tea, on, whatever it is in order to keep yourself going. So, again, there's a caution here for you to get rest. Make sure you're resting your body, but also your mind. Okay. Work very hard on doing both of those. I mean, getting a little bit of valerian root isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's a stinky thing, but it's not necessarily a bad thing if you're having problems with, uh, ruminating or your thoughts running in circles. So we'll take one more. Ha! Oh, the final warning. Oops, there we go. Don't be a Richard. Um, hmm, which the basic thing about that is don't be a dick. Okay? Realize that everybody is going through these weird changes right now, and the emotions are going to be running high, and don't be a dick. You know, be nice to people even if it hurts right now. Okay? Because we're all a little bit keyed up emotionally. So again, allow yourself to be nice to people. And more to the point, be nice to yourself. Make sure that you take care of yourself. Make sure that you do kind of nice things for you. And all of that will help immensely to get through this period. Anyway, thank you very much for joining. I appreciate your time today, and you have a lovely day. Um, if you like this reading, we would appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. Uh, Ring the bell so you get notices that we're putting out more videos. Thank you, and you have a great day.